Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Whitney Ward. We want to get straight to weather because here on this Monday, we are starting what sounds like it's going to be a very warm week ahead. We want to go straight outside to our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Whitney. I've already got the sleeves rolled up. I'm standing out here. Believe it or not, the TV screen that I look off to the side, because this is actually a big green wall to see what I'm pointing at, well, that has turned fully black because of the direct sunlight hitting it. That's how warm we are now, and we only sit at 85. Now, I say only because it actually is going to get hotter, and that's going to be tomorrow across much of the inland Northwest. The reason we have heat advisories in place is for temperatures climbing into the 90s and hundreds tomorrow afternoon. Triple digits everywhere you see shaded in orange. For us in Spokane and North Idaho, it's 90s. Second time this year we've been this warm across the region, and last time we barely kissed 90. Tomorrow we are comfortably in the mid-90s here in Spokane, up near 100 in Grand Coulee, 90 in Sandpoint, 99 down in Lewiston, 104 in Richland, and 101 in Yakima. It is going to be a hot day across much of the Northwest tomorrow, and that's as we get nothing but sunshine, but it does look like the heat starts to break a little as we get into Wednesday. Still talking 90s, but early Wednesday morning we'll see a round of isolated thunderstorms develop. Not everybody sees them, but that little bit of moisture is just a help, a little reprieve from some of the heat, because we are going to see temps near 90 Wednesday, 80s on Thursday.
All right, we'll try to get ready for it, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Our other big story tonight, city leaders continue to grapple with how to tackle Spokane's homeless crisis. Today, the mayor's office and council members met to share updates on the camping, sit and lie ordinances. KREM 2's Janelle Finch is joining us now in the studio to share what was discussed today. Janelle?
Today, City Council met to continue its discussion on the future of Spokane's camping and sit and lie ordinances. At the city's public safety meeting, Councilmember Jonathan Bingle shared again why he believes the city should move forward with more restrictions on where people can set up a tent. He says if Spokane follows a camping ordinance model similar to the city of Los Angeles, Spokane shouldn't be met with any successful legal action. But Los Angeles city officials and homeless service providers say its city can't enforce the ordinances because there aren't enough shelter beds for people on the streets, which could lead Spokane in a similar direction if the city council members choose this city to follow. Council members Michael Cathcart and Mayor Nadine Woodward joined Councilmember Bingle in sharing their support of the proposed camping ordinance. The mayor initially shared her recommendations on the ordinance at a press conference last week. Her recommendations included additional restrictions on top of a previous ordinance drafted by Council President Brian Beggs and Councilmember Lori Kinnear. The mayor's proposal would expand enforcement to within a half-mile of city-supported shelters and within the boundaries of the Business Improvement District and Downtown Police Precinct. Beggs says he believes the added restrictions made the ordinance unconstitutional, but Bingle says other cities have passed more restrictive camping ordinances and avoided successful legal action. He says Spokane's ordinance pushes for more city regulation while staying within legal boundaries.
This ordinance is the middle ground of the proposals that had come forward. So just so we can see, in LA, their ordinance that has not been successfully challenged in court after more than a year of being in place, it includes underpasses, bridges, and tunnels within 500 feet of schools, libraries, daycares, and parks, within 5 feet of all driveways, exits, or entrances, and within 1,000 feet of homeless shelters.
President Beggs and Councilmember Kinnear didn't have any comment. According to Beggs, the council thoroughly discussed the issue outside the meeting and did not have any additional questions. According to Mayor Woodward at the public safety meeting, the goal of this ordinance is to compel people to get the help they need. She says it's not meant to push people out, but to push people toward the help they need out. In the newsroom, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
All right, Janelle, thank you very much. An investigation is underway after an officer was involved in a shootout over the weekend in Grant County. It happened yesterday afternoon just north of Moses Lake. Deputies tried to arrest a suspect who they said had several felony warrants, but they say the suspect fired at them, so they then fired back. We are told no one was actually shot, though the suspect was injured in a collision between a police vehicle and the suspect's Jeep, causing it to roll on its side. He was then taken to the hospital for treatment. The sheriff's deputies who were involved are now on paid leave, which is standard protocol. An update for you now for when you can expect the Hatch Road Bridge to reopen at the backside of Spokane South Hill. According to the city, crews did some more concrete work this past Friday. They will have a better idea of an exact opening day sometime tomorrow. They say they are confident that they'll have the road back open this week, so we'll make sure to bring you that update as soon as we have it. Two infectious Omicron strains of coronavirus have become the dominant strain now sweeping the U.S. California is seeing one of its most significant surges right now since the start of this pandemic. A growing concern now is the number of people who are getting reinfected. And while symptoms are often mild, there is a new study that tracked nearly 40,000 people who had COVID at least twice and found that each reinfection creates a new opportunity for serious health risks.
Some people, when they get infected the first time, that infection may weaken their immune system in a way or produce some organ damage that make them more vulnerable to having adverse consequences or adverse health risks.
New research found that patients with 2 or more infections had more than twice the risk of dying compared to patients with just 1 infection. They had 3 times the risk of being hospitalized and faced higher odds of getting long COVID. Actor Hugh Jackman and Health Secretary Xavier Becerra both reported second infections last month. The Mississippi Senator Roger Wicker said he's had it 3 times, and he called that a reality check, that the pandemic is different now, but is not over. Kootenai County's COVID positivity rate has reached its highest point now in 5 months. The state says the county's positivity rate was 22% as of last week. And for comparison, about 3 months ago, it was less than 1%. Meanwhile, the Panhandle Health District reported 368 new cases and 3 new deaths. All right, let's take a look at what's trending on KREM.com right now. Just yesterday, a group of about 100 abortion rights advocates rallied in downtown Coeur d'Alene for the first time since the overturning of Roe v. Wade. They say abortions could soon be illegal under Idaho state law. Planned Parenthood filed a lawsuit against Idaho's ban on abortions, saying that ban violates rights to privacy and equal protection under the Idaho Constitution. Taking a look at gas prices this evening, drivers starting to see some relief at the pump. AAA says the average price right now in Washington is $5.36 a gallon. It's about 9 cents cheaper than it was a week ago. And in Idaho, the average price right now is $5.20 a gallon, which is down 4 cents from a week ago. In Spokane, the average price is sitting at around $5.10, 7 cents cheaper than it was last week. And in Spokane, the Central Spokane Public Library reopened today with a fresh new look. This is after 2 years of reconstruction. The downtown library temporarily closed in February 2020. That was for its first renovations in 24 years. It reopened as a newly reimagined space, better designed to serve the changing needs of a library and its patrons. New amenities include things like a recording studio, computer lab, social stair, and study rooms. Well, animal shelters are at full capacity across Spokane, and find out how reduced costs for adoptions and foster care could help these little animals out and maybe your family too. And later, wildfires are raging across the western half of the U.S. We're learning how firefighters are trying to protect some of the nation's most iconic national parks. Don't go anywhere. KREM 2 News. We'll be right back.